because we didn't want to interfere in their gathering. Meaning, he didn't want to split anybody open, make room for me, or find a spot for me, or like make anybody get up or anything like that. So he said, me and my brother, ayah of the Quran. These elders from the companions, they mentioned and they started to discuss an ayah of the Quran. And then he says, فَتَمَارَوْا فِيهَا. They started to argue about it. They started to argue about it, and they started to dispute about it. He says, until their voices raised, until they raised their voices. Meaning that the argument became so much about this ayah of the Quran that they started to even raise their voices. And then he says, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he came out and he said he was angry and his face was red. Some of the narrations mention that it was as if somebody had squeezed a pomegranate onto his cheeks. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when he used to become angry, when he would become upset, the Sahaba mentioned that you could see it on his face. So he said he came out and the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam's face was red from him being angry and upset. And he says that what? يَرْمِيهِمْ بِالتُّرَابِ. He was grabbing dust or dirt and throwing it at them. And this is something that's from the Arab. It's a famous usloob. It's a famous method that they have. If something is they're rejecting something, one of the ways to reject is they would take dirt and throw it in order to show that they don't accept this thing, they don't approve this thing, in order to show their rejection of what's going on, in order to show the seriousness and their anger with that thing, right? So he said that the Prophet ﷺ was throwing dirt towards them. Now, why did Abdullah bin Amr say that I wouldn't trade the sitting that I had with red camels?